Editorial. Staying prepared. India needs to scale up the pace of its genome sequencing. 3 years after strict enforcement of its zero COVID strategy, China abandoned it abruptly, leading to a jump in cases each day. An estimated 250 million people were infected in 20 days in December. According to the media, overwhelming hospitals and crematoria, based on 30 genome sequences deposited between October and December, and 14 genome sequences in December alone from China. The BF.7 appears to be the dominant variant. Though this variant was found in many countries, including India months ago, there is fear that the uncontrolled spread of the virus in China may result in newer variants with an even higher transmissibility. For instance, the BF.7 sublineage with three additional immune escape mutations, already seen in other variants, has been found in some people arriving from China. These mutations may increase transmissibility further, but will not increase disease severity. With a case surge in a few more countries, India has taken the right and proactive measures to be ready for any eventuality. With over 90% of the adult population already fully vaccinated by July this year, over one fourth of adults also boosted, and a large percentage of the population also naturally infected, the chances of India witnessing large scale deaths as seen during the second wave last year from existing variants are slim. In fact, given that a large percentage of the population enjoys hybrid immunity from vaccination and natural infection, leading to all Omicron sublineages causing only a mild disease, the focus in India should not be on daily new infections but only on any increase in hospitalizations, particularly ICU admissions. It is therefore not surprising that the Health Ministry has urged states to only ramp up genome sequencing and not increase testing to track new variants as the virus evolves by accumulating mutations. The pace of genome sequencing in India has to be scaled up soon after a dramatic slowdown this year. The government, in an effort to minimize the chances of the spread of new variants, has introduced 2% random post arrival sampling of international passengers and mandatory RT-PCR tests for arrivals from China and four other countries. The ministry has also advised states to ensure uninterrupted supply of medical oxygen and conduct a drill in health facilities to ensure operational readiness. With seven COVID 19 vaccines, including the intranasal vaccine, manufactured using different vaccine platforms approved for use, India is vaccine self sufficient. Besides homologous boosters, a couple of vaccines have got approval as a heterologous booster dose too. On the antiviral front, a Hyderabad based company recently received WHO's pre qualification for a generic version of Pfizer's COVID 19 oral antiviral drug Paxlovid. Second editorial. Clarity and confusion. Rahul Gandhi will have to use moral clarity for roadmap for poll success. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra or Unite India March is an audacious attempt to reimagine the country's politics, now on a 9 day break. It will resume from Delhi on January 3 towards Srinagar in Kashmir. It began in Kanyakumari on September 7 and has covered over 2,800 kilometers. Against the backdrop of polarizing sectarian rhetoric that has become the easiest route to political power, his message of harmony is as inspiring as it is innocently idealistic. Through his speeches and interactions, he has tried to frame a new charter for political action that is dissociated from immediate electoral calculations. It is in some ways a compromise in its attempt to find the middle ground between a status quo politics that merely mirror and reproduce existing social realities and a radicalism that tries to transform the society through political action by paying tributes to Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the first prime minister from the BJP. Mr. Gandhi has sought to make a distinction between the current iteration of Hindutva from its own original content and intent, tenuous as that may be. Over the march, he has, without doubt, emerged as the staunchest opponent of Hindutva, but that may not add to his capacity to confront it or to establish himself as the fulcrum of politics opposed to it. For Mr. Gandhi, social harmony is the means and ends of politics. That conception has a fundamental challenge, though, because politics cannot escape contestation, and combat, as Mr. Gandhi's own valiant opposition to the BJP and its Hindutva ideology bears out. It is not entirely original to think of politics as a medium of social transformation, rather than the route to capturing a state power. From the Mahatma to Vinoba Bhave to Jayaprakash Narayan, India has a long history of people and movements that saw politics as a moral pursuit. Political ideologies such as Hindutva and Marxism see a state power not as an end in itself, but as the instrument of social transformation that they aim for. The current power ideology complex of Hindutva has attained a level of hegemony and efficiency that it is self perpetuating. It is unprecedented, totalizing grip over India is based on a political adaptation of Hinduism, a philosophy that has connected a people to one another and their land over millennia. Mr. Gandhi is cognizant of the reality that confronts him and his intentions are beyond reproach. Figuring out the complex correlation between state power and social goals is more challenging. Translating moral clarity to sustainable politics is the task at hand for Mr. Gandhi. Thank you.